I spent years supporting my family financially, and they took advantage of me. I finally cut them out of my life. Did I do the right thing? Hi Reddit, I'm 31 years old, and I'm in the middle of a family crisis. I've spent most of my adult life financially supporting my parents and my younger sister, and I've finally reached the point where I've had enough. I'm not sure if I made the right decision, but I cut ties with them, and I need advice and perspective. Growing up, I was the responsible one in the family. I worked hard in school, always got good grades, and did everything I could to help out at home. My younger sister, Kate, was always the favorite, and that she was the one who got the attention, the praise, and everything she wanted, while I was often ignored or overlooked. My parents, up at who didn't have much money, always seemed to prioritize Kate's needs over mine. When I started working after college, I did well for myself. I landed a solid marketing job and slowly began climbing the corporate ladder. After a few years, I got promoted and started making a decent salary. Around this time, my parents began hitting me up for financial help. At first, I gave it wasn't a big deal. I gave them a little here and there, helped pay off some bills, and they were grateful. But over time, a hit became a regular thing, and the requests grew more demanding. They told me they couldn't afford their mortgage, so I gave them $1,000 a month for almost 2 years. And then it became, can you help with this medical bill? Or can you send us money for groceries? Eventually, I was giving them money every month. And while this was all happening, Kate was out buying new clothes, going on vacations, and living her life without any financial concern. At work, I was offered a chance to head a new department in Colorado, and it was a huge career opportunity, a big promotion and a pay raise. But when I told my parents, they immediately dismissed it, saying, Kate is having a hard time with her kids, and she needs you. I didn't know what to do. I've been helping them for so long, though, and I didn't want to let Kate down, so I put my career on hold. I stayed at home working remotely. And continued to send money to my parents, all while keeping quiet about how exhausted I was from the strain. And at the tipping point came when Paige asked me to help pay for her cosmetology course. She had already a nursing degree but decided to switch careers. I offered her the money, but she rejected it. She was saying she could handle it herself. A few days later, my mom called and asked for the money anyway. I reluctantly sent it, and I felt like I had no choice, but it was becoming clear that my family was taking advantage of me. Things got even worse after I got a promotion at work. I was named senior director, and with that came a significant raise. I shared the news with my parents, thinking they would be proud of me. Instead, my mom dismissed it, and Kate left the room early. My dad even told me, don't talk about money in front of Kate. It was like they didn't even care about my success. My mom then came Christmas. My mom asked me to contribute $4 for the Christmas party. I agreed even though I was already stretched then, and I bought a beautiful handbag that I'd wanted for months, and my mom agreed it would be my Christmas gift. But after the holiday, she asked me to give the handbag to Kate because she needed it for a job interview. That was the last straw. And I realized this wasn't about helping my family anymore. It was about me being used. I had spent years supporting them financially, emotionally, mentally, and they never acknowledged my sacrifices. It was time for me to stop. I confronted my family, told them I was done, and canceled the automatic transfers. I also demanded repayment for all the money I had given them over the past few years. My parents and Kate were shocked and upset, held it but I didn't care anymore. I've cut them out of my life completely, and I don't know if I'll ever speak to them again. Now, I wonder if I feel guilty. I wonder if I was too harsh. Did I do the right thing? Or should I have kept helping my family? They've never shown me the same respect or appreciation. First updating, wow, I didn't expect this much support. And I've read through so many of your comments, and it's been eye-opening to hear from people who've gone through similar experiences. I'm starting to feel like I made the right decision. Since my last post, I've had some tough conversations with my parents. My mom texted me asking if we could talk, but I haven't responded. It's strange because I still love them, but I've realized that I can't keep sacrificing my happiness and my financial stability for their comfort. And I've been carrying this weight for too long, and I'm finally putting myself first. I've also stopped feeling guilty, and that if you pointed out that you point out that my family manipulating me and that I wasn't responsible for their choices. I've been reminding myself of that every day. It's hard to shake the feeling of letting them down, but I'm beginning to understand that I'm not their ATM or their emotional punching bag. I'm starting to focus more on my career again, and it feels incredible to not have that constant burden hanging over me. And I've also been spending more time with my friends and doing things that make me happy. It's freeing, eating, and some people have asked if I've considered reconciling with Kate or my parents. The truth is, I don't think I can. And I've tried to talk to Kate about the way I've been treated, but she never listened. Every time I tried, and she just made excuses for herself. My parents, on the other hand, have always let her get away with things. And I've given them so many chances, and it's always been the same. I don't think I can go back to that, and I don't want to. Olden 8 a second updating. It's been a few months since I last posted, and I feel like I'm in a much better place now. I've been focusing on work and working on healing. The money I saved by cutting ties with my family has been put into investments, and I'm planning to buy my own home in the next year. For the first time in a long time, I'm thinking about my future, to have enough and not just how I can help everyone else. I haven't heard from my family since I cut them off. I'm not sure if they're still upset, but I've been doing my best to stay true to myself. I've even started therapy to work through some of the anger and resentment I've been carrying for years. It's not easy, but I'm learning how to set boundaries and prioritize myself. And I feel a lot more at peace now that I'm not constantly worried about their needs. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything, and I'm building a life for myself that feels true to who I am, and it's incredibly empowering. Eating? However, some people have asked about the legal aspects of the money I demanded back from my parents. I didn't get everything back, but they did repay me for a portion. I decided to let go of the rest because honestly, I just wanted to move on. It's not about the money anymore. It's about me taking control of my life and not letting them keep taking from me. Final updating. It's been a year since I made the decision to cut ties with my family, and I can honestly say that I've never felt more at peace. I've continued to grow in my career, and I'm now living in my own apartment. I've finally moved out of the shadow of my family and into my own life. I've realized that I'm the only one who can determine my worth, and I'm not going to let anyone treat me like I'm disposable. I still think about my family sometimes, but I no longer feel the need to explain myself or ask for their approval. I've learned that it's okay to let go of toxic relationships, even when they're with family. I'm proud of myself for taking that step. Thank you to everyone who offered support and advice. You've helped me more than you know. I'm excited about the future, and I finally feel like I'm living for me.